Hello everyone. Today we'll talk about the first part of the FS search, which is the depth first search in graph series. And the first part is about the construction of a graph. So first, the left part, this is a directed graph which consists of 8 vertices and several edges. Okay, and how do we take them as the parameters? We will use here two string arrays. The first array is all about the vertices, for example, as the y-axis. So we're taking 8 strings. Okay, and the second part is this S4. So SC represents that there exists an edge directed from S to Z. Okay, and SW means that there is an edge from S to W. And if we have T and U here, we know we will have edge both from T to U and U to T. Okay. And before we introduce the graph, we will introduce the node first. So note here, I want it to represent all the vertices in our graphs, and the node have several instance variables, and because today we just mentioned the construction of the graph, so we'll only focus on 2 instance variables. The first one is the string of key, which will take in the letter of that node, which is also the letter in the left picture about those vertices. Okay, and the second one we need to be very serious at is about the outgoings. We will use the list node outgoings to represent all the edges of those in the graph. For example, if there is an edge from S to Z, we will say one of the S outgoings is Z because there is an edge from S to Z. But will there be an edge from Z to S? We know because it's directed, right? So we'll say no. If the node is C, we do not have an outgoing as S in C's outgoings. Okay, so now finish the node. Here we have our graph. So we will record 3 instance variables. The first one is about all nodes. That's our vertices. Okay, and each vertex is a node. And we also have a map, which will map key to value. Here we will map our string to our node, and then we declare its name as app. So if you are familiar with the app, you will know about that. We will use with the help of map. We are very convenient and easy to locate one object variables. For example, its name, its other attributes by its key value, right? And here we regard the string as the key, which is the vertices name. For example, S, Z, Y, X. Of them, they can be a key. And then the node is the vertex. Okay, the reference address which we store the nodes itself and its attributes. Okay. And next one is inter time. This we will mention in our next part, next section. Now we have seen the graph here. We will take 2 parameters. The first one is about all the vertices, the string array S1, and the second part is the string array S2. Okay, so now we take all the vertices and edges, and how do we store them in our graph, this Java code part. So the first one, we need to initialize the all nodes. We initiate it as our new array list here, and the map as new hash map. Definitely you can use other maps like gmap too, but here I just choose the hash map. And next one, we use a loop, the for each loop, and for that we declare a new node of n, and which store all the strings in our first string array S1. Then after the initialization and declaration, we use all nodes to add all our nodes. And we also put them in our map. So after this loop, we will have all our vertices stored in our all nodes list and in our map n. Okay. And the next loop is to add our edges. So here we use the for each loop again. And here may be a little bit complicated for you. So how do we store the edges? First, we retrieve the first part of the edges. We know the edges is like SZ, XY, blah, blah, right? So the first one is where our edge begin at, right? So I retrieve that, and I use the map m.get method, which can give us the node with its key. So for example, if we say m.get sz.substring 01, so we know about it equals to m.get s. Okay, so get s, and that's what is the node of the vertex s. And when we use the outgoings, we want to see which nodes our s pointed to, right? That's the other end of the edge. And we want the outgoings to add all the edges. So where is the other end? We know about it in the second part of the SD. So we add m.get s.substring 1, 2. Okay, so then after this loop, we can just finish our constructor of our graph. And after that, everything is done. Now let's see a demo. Okay, so we see that S points to Z and W. And when we compare it to our initial picture, we see, yes, it's right, S points to Z and W. And next one, Z points to Y. Is that correct? Yes. Y points to X. Exactly. X points to Z. Yes. Blah, blah, blah. Until U points to V and U points to T. Okay, that makes sense, 100% correct. So far, we finished the construction of our graph. And if you are using the codes and see the ideas happen, congratulations.